My doctor told me my thyroid was completely normal. I was always cold, moody, couldn't think straight. I was losing half my hair in the shower. Guess what happened? The very same week, my boss called me into her office and fired me for falling asleep at my desk. But both of them were dead wrong, because in my desperate fight to get my life back, I uncovered a massive thyroid breakthrough the medical industry has quietly buried for centuries. It's called the Celtic goddess ritual, an ancient remedy once practiced by women in the mist-covered Highlands of Scotland to the Emerald Isle, where generation after generation of women stayed slim, radiant, and energetic well into their 80s and 90s. This ritual was so powerful, so affordable, and so effective, it threatened everything the billion-dollar thyroid industry was built on, which is why it was erased, hidden, and forgotten. But now it's been rediscovered, a precise combination of natural elements the Highland women relied on to thrive long before modern medicine existed. They didn't call it science back then. They simply knew that when this blend was part of their lives, they had energy, confidence, and strength well into their later years. And today, it's already been used successfully by thousands of women across the U.S., teachers, mothers, nurses, grandmothers, women who deserve to have their energy, confidence, and metabolism working perfectly again. The results were life-changing for me. I went from nearly dead on my feet to having more energy than I know what to do with. I watched 30 pounds of stubborn fat fall off my body. I saw my hair, eyebrows, and lashes grow back thicker than ever. And I saved my career, my self-respect, and my future. That's why thousands of women now swear by it. These stories could be your story. Just imagine waking up rested, with boundless energy and crystal clear focus. Slipping back into jeans you haven't worn in years. Watching your hair shine again in the mirror, and finally feeling like yourself. But I have to warn you, if you don't take the right step today, your thyroid will keep declining. In time, your metabolism will shut down completely. Your hair may fall out completely, your energy will vanish, and your health, your confidence, and your relationships will suffer. You'll lose all your vitality, spend tens of thousands on useless medications, and at best, you'll be left isolated and depressed. Now, if you're a little skeptical, I understand. I was too. But as someone who almost lost everything, including my marriage, because of my failing thyroid, and yet managed to bounce back, completely renew my thyroid, and erase every miserable symptom, I can tell you this. You see, the truth is, we've been treating thyroid problems completely wrong. Even the tests are wrong. That's why your doctor can hand you lab results stamped normal, while you're still exhausted, gaining weight, and losing hair by the handful. And it's why thyroid medications can fail to make you feel better, no matter how long you take them. Because the tests and the pills completely miss the real problem. That's what makes this ancient Highland ritual so revolutionary. It doesn't just paper over symptoms with another prescription. It works at the deepest level, recharging what modern medicine has ignored for decades, your entire thyroid system. For centuries, Highland women used this unique combination to keep their bodies resilient, their energy steady, and their youth preserved. And only now is modern research catching up. And let me warn you, this information threatens one of the most profitable industries on the planet. The global thyroid drug market rakes in billions every year. If women like you suddenly realized there was a natural, proven way to restore their thyroid's full power, the entire industry would collapse. So of course, they've worked hard to bury this discovery, to discredit researchers, to silence the women who've tried it. And in the meantime, millions of women suffer. They suffer the humiliation of being told it's all in your head. They suffer the frustration of feeling worse year after year while faithfully swallowing a pill that never seems to help. They suffer the heartbreak of losing their hair, their energy, even their marriages, while being told their labs are just fine. And who profits from this? Drug companies pocket billions. Doctors keep handing out prescriptions that only treat one sliver of your thyroid system. And the cycle continues, leaving women like us to pick up the pieces. But despite their efforts to hide it, the truth is finally breaking through. Because Harvard Medical School quietly confirmed what Highland women seemed to know instinctively centuries ago. Standard thyroid tests only measure about 25% of your thyroid system. Think about that for a moment. Every time you were told your labs were fine, every time you were dismissed with, "It's just stress." Every time you dragged yourself through another day of exhaustion and brain fog, even though your results were normal, it wasn't in your head. It was the test itself that was broken. And millions of women are paying the price. And that's why this forgotten Highland ritual is so different. It doesn't just target one hormone. It doesn't just mask symptoms. It recharges your entire thyroid system, the very system modern medicine has ignored for decades. See, your thyroid isn't just a single gland in your neck. It's an interconnected system with 4 crucial parts. If even one of them fails, your whole body suffers. The first part is your thyroid gland itself, the part doctors test and obsess over. It produces T4, but here's the shocking truth. T4 is completely inactive on its own. It's like having a phone without a charger, useless. The second part is your body's ability to convert that inactive T4 into T3, the active hormone that actually fuels your brain, your muscles, your heart, and your metabolism. But stress, toxins, and nutrient deficiencies can shut this conversion down completely. That's why you can take thyroid meds faithfully and still feel exhausted. The third part is your thyroid hormone receptors, the little charging ports on every single cell in your body. If they're clogged, your body can't use thyroid hormones no matter how much you have. Stress and toxins trigger something called reverse T3, the evil twin that blocks those receptors like gum in a lock. The fourth part is your immune system. Most thyroid issues are actually autoimmune, your own body mistakenly attacking your thyroid and even the receptors themselves, so your gland can't produce hormones and your body can't use them. Now here's the breakthrough. The ancient Highland ritual wasn't just a myth, it was nature's way of supporting all 4 parts of this thyroid system at once. And today, modern science has confirmed that the nutrients inside what we now call the Rejuvenate Plus Balance Matrix, iodine-rich sea plants, selenium, zinc, magnesium, copper, manganese, do the exact same thing. They nourish the thyroid gland itself so it can produce hormones normally. They help your body make the vital conversion from T4 to T3. They keep receptors open and responsive so every cell can get the signal. And they calm and balance the immune system so it stops attacking your thyroid. That's why Highland women enjoyed steady energy, glowing skin, thick hair, and healthy weight well into their 80s and 90s. While modern women are left to suffer with normal labs and no answers. And when I began using this Rejuvenate Plus Balance Matrix myself, I could feel my thyroid battery recharging for the first time in years. The exhaustion lifted, the fog cleared, the stubborn weight began to fall away. And my hair grew back thicker, shinier, stronger. That's when I realized this wasn't just another Band-Aid. It was the reset of my thyroid, and my entire body had been begging for. And here's what shocked me the most. Modern science is finally confirming what Highland women instinctively knew centuries ago. Harvard Medical School, the Cleveland Clinic, and even the National Institutes of Health have published research showing exactly how stress, toxins, medications, and nutrient deficiencies drain the thyroid system, while specific minerals and compounds recharge it. In other words, the very elements that make up what we now call the Rejuvenate Plus Balance Matrix are being validated by some of the most respected medical institutions in the world. This matrix is a precise combination of iodine-rich nutrients, spark minerals, and protective compounds that together support all 4 parts of the thyroid system. And it's not just me who's seen the difference. Thousands of women across America are already using this Highland-inspired formula to renew their energy, confidence, and vitality. Like Susan in Colorado, who says,
"Every morning I woke up more exhausted than when I went to bed. I tried medications, supplements, diets, nothing worked. When I found this ritual, it was like flipping a switch. The fatigue is gone, my hair is growing back, and I feel 20 years younger."
And Mary in Florida shared,
"I had almost given up. Doctors told me my labs were normal, but I knew I was falling apart. The Rejuvenate Plus Balance Matrix completely restored me. I'm back to hiking with my friends, cooking for my family, and feeling alive again."
These stories could be your story. Because when your thyroid system finally works the way nature intended, everything changes. The exhaustion lifts, the stubborn fat melts, the brain fog clears, and your hair, skin, and mood return to what they should be. I know this may sound too good to be true. I felt the same way at first. But when you see the research, when you hear the stories, and when you experience the transformation yourself, you'll understand why this Rejuvenate Plus Balance Matrix is the last hope for women who thought they had no options left. And in just a moment, I'll show you exactly how to begin using it safely, easily, and effectively, starting today. But there was one big problem. When I first uncovered the Celtic goddess ritual, it wasn't neat or simple. It required hunting down obscure ingredients, carefully measuring them out in exact proportions, and preparing them in a way that tasted, frankly, awful. Some days I thought, this is working, but how can I keep this up forever? That's when I realized this ritual wasn't just folklore. It was built on a specific nutrient blend, what modern science now calls the Rejuvenate Plus Balance Matrix. So I worked with a team of nutrition scientists to do something Highland women never could: capture this matrix in its purest, most potent form, and deliver it in a simple capsule. That way, modern women could finally experience the same transformation without the mess, the guesswork, or the awful taste. And after months of testing and perfecting, we succeeded. The result is the world's first complete thyroid recharging formula, inspired by the Celtic goddess ritual. I'm pleased to introduce Complete Thyroid, the first formula that brings the Rejuvenate Plus Balance Matrix into your daily life. It's unlike anything you've ever tried before. And here's why it's so powerful. It nourishes your thyroid gland with the exact minerals it craves. It helps your body convert inactive T4 into the active energy hormone T3. It keeps your cellular receptors clear, so thyroid hormones can actually be used. And it balances your immune system, so it stops attacking your thyroid. Just 2 small capsules each morning are all it takes. No hunting for rare ingredients, no confusing recipes, no foul taste. Complete Thyroid makes the ancient Highland wisdom of the Celtic goddess ritual available to women everywhere in a safe, simple, effective form. That's why women across the country are raving about Complete Thyroid. More energy to get through the day without crashing. Pounds of stubborn fat melting away effortlessly. Clearer skin and thicker hair that makes them feel beautiful again. And a calm, steady mood that makes them feel like themselves. I don't exaggerate when I say it's life-changing, because I lived it. And now, you can too. Now, let me ask you something important. How much would it be worth to finally end the cycle of exhaustion, brain fog, weight gain, and thinning hair, and feel like yourself again? When we first created Complete Thyroid, with all the testing, premium ingredients, and careful formulation, we calculated we'd need to charge nearly $200 per bottle just to cover costs. But I didn't create this to make it impossible to afford. I created this so every woman struggling with thyroid problems could finally have hope. So instead of $200 or even $159 that I was told it should sell for, today, on this page only, you can get started with our 2-bottle starter pack for just $69 per bottle. That's a savings of $180 shared directly with you. That's the perfect way to begin your thyroid recharge journey. But most women don't stop there because they know their thyroid system didn't fail overnight. It takes consistent support to fully restore. That's why our 3-bottle pack, a full 90-day supply, has quickly become one of our most popular choices. With this package, your cost drops to just $59 per bottle, saving you $300 instantly compared to the starter pack. And for women who are truly ready to reclaim their health, their energy, and their confidence for the long run, there's the 6-bottle Highland Goddess package. The 6-bottle Highland Goddess package is by far the most popular option. It gives you a full 180 days of support. This is the smartest choice because not only does it give your thyroid a full 6 months of daily support, it also gives you the deepest discount possible, just $49 per bottle, and a whopping savings of $660. That's less than half of what we originally thought we'd have to charge. And it locks in your supply so you don't risk running out. That's why our Complete Thyroid packages are designed to make it simple and affordable to keep your thyroid system fully recharged with the Rejuvenate Plus Balance Matrix. So here's my heartfelt advice. If you're just curious, start with 2 bottles. If you're serious, choose 3 bottles, our most popular option. But if you're determined to get your life back and you want the absolute best deal, take the 6-bottle Highland Goddess package. And remember, no matter which option you choose, you're completely protected by our 180-day, no questions asked money-back guarantee. If you don't feel the difference, if your energy doesn't rise, your weight doesn't begin to fall, and your hair and confidence don't return, then you pay nothing. That's how certain we are this works. So click below, choose your package, and we'll rush Complete Thyroid straight to your doorstep. And just imagine a few weeks from now, waking up energized, clear-headed, and finally feeling like yourself again. You've seen the truth, you've felt the outrage, and now you know there's finally a way to restore your thyroid and reclaim your life. But there's one thing I need to tell you. We don't mass-produce Complete Thyroid. Each batch is carefully formulated with the exact nutrients that support your complete thyroid system. That means supply is limited, and we often sell out faster than we expect. So if you're serious about taking back your energy, your confidence, and your health, the time to act is right now. Remember, your order is completely risk-free. Every bottle of Complete Thyroid is backed by our 180-day guarantee. If you don't feel the difference, if your energy doesn't rise, if the weight doesn't begin to fall, if your hair and confidence don't return, then you don't pay. That's how certain we are in the power of the Rejuvenate Plus Balance Matrix. So now the choice is yours. Keep dragging yourself through another exhausting day with normal labs and no answers. Or give your thyroid the complete reset it's been begging for, with the same matrix that kept Highland women vibrant, energetic, and radiant well into their 80s. Click below, choose your package, and let Complete Thyroid and the Rejuvenate Plus Balance Matrix recharge your thyroid system starting today. If you're still watching right now, I want to acknowledge you. You've stayed with me this far because deep down, you know your thyroid is holding you back. And if you're hesitating to click below, it's not because you don't want the transformation. It's because you still have a few lingering questions. So let me answer the ones I hear most often. How quickly will I notice results? Most women feel a difference within the first couple of weeks, sometimes even sooner. Better energy, clearer thinking, less hair shedding, and the longer you stay consistent with the Rejuvenate Plus Balance Matrix, the more dramatic the results become. Will this work for me? Every woman's situation is unique, but your thyroid system works the same way in all of us. That's why the matrix is so powerful, because it supports all 4 parts of the thyroid system: the gland, the T4 to T3 conversion, the receptors, and your immune balance. That's why thousands of women are seeing results. And with our 180-day guarantee, you risk nothing by trying. Is this safe? Absolutely. The Rejuvenate Plus Balance Matrix is built from natural, time-tested nutrients, the same kind Highland women relied on for centuries. Today, we've simply captured them in their most potent form inside Complete Thyroid. No fillers, no harmful additives, no shortcuts. Why haven't I heard about this from my doctor? Because most doctors only look at one small piece of the thyroid puzzle. And because the multi-billion-dollar thyroid drug industry has zero interest in promoting natural solutions. But Harvard and Cleveland Clinic research confirm exactly what the Rejuvenate Plus Balance Matrix does, nourishing the thyroid system in ways medications simply can't. What if I change my mind? That's why we have the 180-day, no questions asked money-back guarantee. Try Complete Thyroid with the Rejuvenate Plus Balance Matrix. If you don't feel a real difference in your energy, your mood, your hair, and your weight, just send it back, even if the bottles are empty, and you'll get every penny refunded. So, if you've watched this far, here's what that tells me. You're ready. You're tired of being dismissed, tired of dragging through the day, tired of feeling like your life is slipping away. And now you know there's finally a proven, natural way to recharge your thyroid system and take back control. All that's left is for you to click below, choose your package, whether it's the 2-bottle starter pack, the 3-bottle most popular option, or the full 6-bottle Highland Goddess package. And let us rush your order straight to your door. This is your moment. Don't let it slip away. Click below and take the first step right now.